Okay, so I'm going to play a little Columbo moves on you here. I said I would get us into the structure. And I'll finally get us into there, into the structure of the collapse, all right? So this is the front porch. This is the line. You've got to help me remember this sometimes. 9.1, and here's 8. All right, line 8 is behind. All right, I'm giving you tips and tricks as I'm talking to you now. If you want to pause and try to guess it beforehand, it'd be fun. It's only about a 10-minute video. All right, here's 8, and there's 9. Okay, 9 is, again, 9 is the face of the structure right here. 9-1. So that's your face. So we'll go right here at 9. As we follow over, we see, okay, this is K, L, and M. Let's verify that by the top. K, L, M. And we'll stay on 9, or 9-1 right here. See it? It's 9 also. 9-1 is the little shift. 9-1 and 10. It means they shift it, and you can find them if you jog to the left. You should be able to find it over here. Like here's 10-1, there's 11, here's 9 up here actually. There's 9 up here actually. So they're calling 9 something up there somewhere. All right, we'll just consider this 9-1, the plane of the building right here. 9 is probably just a one-off. Let's see, where's 9? Probably just something. Maybe it's on top of the H-beam. Anyway, we're going to call it 9-1 right here, the face of the building. And I'll intermix that with 9. Just to be clear, it's this line right here. So here's KLM, right? K, L, and M. They're all called C's, the face of the building. All right, this is a 10-piece, 10-piece, and a 9-piece. Huh. What's a 9, 10, 9 piece? What does that mean? So we come to this, and on the columns rest on top of these piles into the ground. And these piles, here's a 9-piece, 3, 6, 9. As you can see them here, there's a spacing, and the pile would go, the column would go on top of this. Sorry guys, these are piles. The column goes on top. I often screw that up when I'm talking to you. I apologize. Not trolling. My brain just wants to go too fast sometimes. All right, this is a 10-piece. 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, 4 down the middle. Your column would go here. These are piles driven in the ground. In this case, I think they were poured. So there's a 10 and there's a 9. So we're just going to pick on something that would buckle or fail. Well, we would pick on the 9-piece here. This is K, L, and M. Let's see if I'm on the same line again. Yep. All right. So I had to do this video again. So please subscribe. Please, support my channel if you can. Sending me a gift on the SD cards. That's I really appreciate. And I'll have a video telling you that how some lawyer reached out to me trying to get some of my data, and I just felt that, you know what, that's not my circus. I don't have an agenda to go after any one person. It may seem that way when I do these videos. You may, oh, he's going after, Papa Smurf. Nope, I stroke Papa Smurf's back a couple times, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I call myself a fool, sometimes I don't. So sometimes I make mistakes, and I'll call myself out on it. But I do not throw out the baby with the bathwater. If someone's doing something good, I don't say, well, I didn't like what they did before, so I can't support them now. Not my personality. I can support them if they do a correction. So this is a 10 and a 10. So we're going to see the columns buckle here, not the columns, but the subsidence, if you will. Will we see it more likely on the 10s or on the 9? Well, the 9 would be it, and especially the 6-piece. It's a corner, though. I believe it's a corner of the structure, so its capacity is 2-direction. But I want you to notice what's between. I don't want to give that away yet. Let's go back to this. So this is K, L, and M. And let me scroll up to get you oriented. And I'll keep this video about 10 minutes long. K, L, and M. I'll scroll down. And we'll come back to this wall. This has a story to tell us. Not in this video. So M, K, L, and M. So here is the end of the porch. And here's the end of the porch, the property number. It's C. So this is unit C. It would be approximately here, and here. As we do a Google search, we look up under inside condo 111 anyway. It just comes up and multiple people posted it. But this appears to be the end of the porch, not 111, because you can see we're on a fenced-in area. But you can notice the column's interior bound. If I scroll to the right, you won't see it. Okay, let's get a different image. Let's use this one. So so again, there's a column there, and then there's a big door, but you don't see a column here because it's behind that wall. And I'm gonna have a little fun here. It's behind that wooden wall. That's your tip. It's behind the wooden wall. Again, that's your tip I am doing. Interior, nope. So let's look at this one. This is what it looks like in there, that wall, and you come through this door. Well, that's weird. I believe this door should be there. I'm a little not trusting of that right this time. Let me move away from that one. This is 803. So 803, and they did a virtual tour, and I showed you before too. So again, there's the column. This is the internal column. There's no column here. So here's an internal column. This is a bank of mirrors. It is not a closet, all right? It's just a bank of mirrors. That looks like a sprinkler system, perhaps. But there's a column there, and there's a column. So here's a column. Oh, and there's a column. And there's the bank of mirrors between it. And there's that wooden wall I spoke of. Oh, wait a minute. Here's the wooden wall I spoke of also. And here's a column, in line like these. Oh, I see. So that's line 8. So line 8 has these columns here. Okay, and this is line 9 we're calling it, right? Line 1, line 9, line 1. Oh, I see. Look at this. Look at this one here, sitting off by itself. Come on. Oh, they don't show it on this one. So much for that burn. A little bit of a burn there. Maybe they show it on this side. All right, so there's your 9. Remember I said there's a 9 there? This is your 9. It's sitting on top of the H-beam. Recall this was enlarged also. This was from 4 foot to 5 foot. This was the kitchen bump out. They also did a bump outs, closed up porches above. Longer story, but I want to keep this a little bit short. So I'm just giving you Columbo hints now. You've got enough of it. Here is the wooden wall. And here is a wooden wall. False. False statement. False statement. Timeout. These are block walls. So these block walls are supported, or go between each column here. Okay. So block wall, and this is also, I believe, a block wall. I saw no wood timbers like that. They didn't make wooden walls there. Maybe they used 6-inch block, or maybe they did not. Sorry, that's some vitamin D stuff and something else. There we go. So we're back to this one. So here is roughly is that other column right here. And then the other column in the bedroom is here. You can search and find the bedrooms. You will find the other column there. And then the other column's behind it. And so as you overlay, you see that the column is like this. So there's the bedroom, column, and column. So this wall is supported, as I talked to you guys about. The critical shear zones are here. Tributary zones would be between two critical shear zones. So it's got some support, a block wall supporting between these two, picking up pretty good. And across the face here, the facade, it's got some glass windows, etc. All right, same deal, it's picking up. Same thing here. And then block wall again across from here to here, from column to column. But from this column to this column, we don't have the wall inside there. In fact, we have it offset. The wall's over here now. And it has this block wall system T-boned off of it, if you will. It's T-boned off the block wall. Let's see if we can get a better exterior view of that. I thought it would be more handy than that. Sorry, apologize. So more T-boned off of that. Yeah. Sorry about dropping the ball on this one, guys. I thought I had it queued up kind of weird. I had it queued up. All right, let's just use that one. So here's that wall, and it's T-boned off, and then there's, like a T, and then there's this glass door, and then above it is a floor. So part of that floor is being supported by this column here by default when they support it. It's like a bracing. It was not the intent to do that, but once you support it under there, you support it under there. It's fully supported. They grouted up to the top. Now if they left it short up there, say coming up ½ inch short, anything but touching, it wouldn't be a support. It would just be a false wall with some ability to float, if you will. But that's not to be. It's each wall system is acting like a support system, a brace. So then we have this wall system here supporting from floor above. Oh, wait a minute, over here too, floor above. Think of them as scaffolding from the first floor all the way up to where it stops, probably the roof line. Wherever this continues, this layout. So these walls act as a support system. This wall is here with a little bit of break between it, and no column offset. The columns are in line here. So this wall has a serious loading in the front. Remember, the front goes down first, and it comes towards us. So where we start looking for instability and rigidity, we start thinking about loads. All right, we got a floor system, but we also have a floor system that has a scaffolding, if you will, a block wall system going up from the first floor. When I say the first floor, I mean apartment 111, up to wherever it stops. I don't know, 11th floor. I don't know if it stops at the roof line or not, because they might have jogged the layout a little bit. And so when this deck goes down, it releases. This is no longer confining it. And remember, this T-bone thing is acting kind of weird, like a loading structure also. And part of, I think, of that is the structure was not supported all the way down. But this load is continuous. And it's continuous theoretically. It's supported. Each floor is supposed to be supporting its own load, its own load, including the block wall system. Did they calculate correctly the block wall weight of this one and the block wall weight of this one on these two columns, including the block wall facade on the face of, this is M, here, this zone here. So we've got all these blocks on each floor. So let's just, if we break it apart and just use each floor and not every floor, what is the load what's the dynamics of the flooring system now? Because this floor is all tied in. And then they said install, the plan then do the infill block. So it's all tied in, reinforcement wise, but then they did the infill block. But the first floor, second floor, third floor, just each one in line with the one below. And that load is being intercepted by the reinforcement of this floor, supporting it. But what happens if we get this floor system no longer being able to support? And how did they tie it? Does it also have a pulling down effect? How do they tie it to the ceiling? How do they just grout it? It'd probably just break free pretty much. But if you can just get one of these columns, so this only has nine piles. If we can get this pile here, or column to fail, even get the column to fail. To do that first, though, we need this floor system to start come apart. Across this, I like to think of it as a plinth beam. Yeah, I did a video on that for you guys. When this was 2'6", this was supposed to be 2'6", they elevated the deck by 1 foot. This made this supporting the first floor 1'6". When it was torn off, when the deck was ripped from the structure, though, it then left this behaving kind of differently, but not for free. If it pulled on this column at all, this column here, I'm going to pick on this column. And I know you think I should pick on this one. But we have video of the 7th floor. The ring camera appears to be right about here. And you see this dust coming from this direction. We also have the lady on the 8th floor stating she opened her sliding door, and she points to the right and she talks about the right. A gap appears, and it appears the gap is here, not over here. The gap is here. So to get us to failure, I'm going for KLM. L is our failure one. As it rattles up the building, L is the one that's pulled away the most, as identified by the ring camera and specifically the witness on 8th floor, where she said there was a 2-finger gap approximately to her right at the wall and at the wall system. So this one is the one that's now the veneer, this block system has now broken away. So if NIST wants to do an investigation, and anyone else have access to materials, since you like watching my videos and contacting me to try to get my data, which you guys don't know about, the private room does, you would look for how did they dowel this wall, the brick wall system in here. How do they dowel it into this wall system here? So if we get this front wall even failing, peeling away, how much did it affect this wall system in here? Could it pulled it over, banged it, dropped it over to the right, let's say, slamming into the floor here, shock loading it on the 1st floor, and causing it to now start buckling the 1st floor's columns. It would go from the 1st floor to the 2nd floor, this one. And then all bets are off at that point. It's a progressive collapse. So this is the wall I have falling this direction. Of course, it could have fallen inbound, but we have her 2-finger gap. That's what's so critical here. This 2-finger gap that she identified. I'm ending this video. I said I wanted to keep it short, and I'll add more to this, but I want you guys to work with this in your mind. 2-finger gap, lady, and we'll go from there. If you can find the 2-finger, ladies talking about the 2 fingers and the gap over here, and you want to post it as a link, please do so. Love you guys. Bye.